Morning everybody, getting ready to go to the book sale. A little early, need some coffee to wake up. As you can see, I'm not awake yet. Getting ready to go to the book sale. This is the one time a year it's really big for my wife. She's someone who, she likes to play video games, but she's not a collector like I am, and I'm the other way around. We complement each other. I like reading books, so I always had a lot of books, but I don't collect them the way she does. So this is the one giant annual thing that we go to where it's all about my wife's collection and getting tons of great books. It's a 3-day sale that benefits local libraries. It starts off with 50 cents for soft covers, and now it's $2 for hardcovers for the first 2 days. And the third day, everything's half off. Hundreds of thousands of books, a lot of fun. We already have boxes ready to go. Gonna have some coffee, take a shower, and I'll see you guys in a few seconds. We'll be on the road. It's a little before 7 now. We're gonna head out and get some breakfast before we go to the actual sale itself, because we don't want to be there right when it opens. There's gonna be a horde of elderly retired people with nothing better to do, and professors with the day off, and book collectors and everything, and we kind of want to wait until the zombie masses are a little thinned out and they're actually inside and spread out looking at things before we head in. And that was just our boxes falling down. Special. Alright, so the resellers are here and all the geriatrics have filtered in, so now it's our time to head in. I'm covered in sweat because it's incredibly packed and hot in there and waiting forever in lines with giant boxes, but it was good because we were waiting in lines with really, really heavy boxes because I found lots of great books. We'll show you everything, tons of great stuff. That's just the car, don't worry about it. And then on top of that, we found 2 boxes full of manga. You normally don't find that, especially around here. We might find 1 or 2. 2 boxes full of manga, all in great condition, $2 a piece. Fantastic. I'll show you what we got. I mean, this is just the first morning out of 3, so already the best year we've ever had here. Awesome. As you can see, the first day was extremely successful. Actually, probably the best we've ever had. Just the first day by itself was better than all of last year. We found a lot of great fantasy and sci-fi novels, including a lot of really cool, very early DAW printings from the early 70s. I think the earliest one was 71 through the early 80s, and they're really interesting in particular because they're actually numbered. DAW number 15, DAW number 389. Really cool old sci-fi and fantasy. We even found 2 of the Advanced Dungeons & Dragons, the Player's Handbook and the Dungeon Master's Guide. 2 really, really old ones from the 80s. These are actually the ones I used to use, the exact same versions that I used as a kid playing with my friend Zach and his dad Keith, so those are really a cool special find. We found a couple of non-book items actually too. We found 2 seasons of MASH for like $5 a piece, so you couldn't go wrong with that. The discs were in perfect condition. We found, the greatest thing we found was a ton of manga. Normally, I mean, in this area, it's not exactly a place where Japanese culture is very prevalent. It's very hard to find manga anywhere at a used book sale. It's usually 1 to 3 tops. The past couple years, that's about what we've found. But this time we found more than 50 the first day. It's crazy. I really think a lot of this is from when Borders went out of business. They actually did have a lot of manga, and people were just going insane, collecting all kinds of stuff. I mean, we did the same thing, just going nuts with Borders. And I feel like it's been enough time now that a lot of people are getting rid of that Borders stuff they went a little bit overboard with, especially things like manga, where they just grabbed a ton of random volumes, volume 8 of this series, 10 of another, 13 of another, and they're sending it back to the libraries, and it's kind of coming back to these used book sales. So the first day, easily the best we've ever had. Even found some great kids books, lots of Goosebumps, some Dead Time stories, lots of really great stuff. By far the best day, so we're really excited for day 2 and 3. straight ahead for the book sale? Thank you.
It's not that crowded today.
Day 2 was really good as well. I mean, definitely not as much as day 1 because there's an unusual amount of people the first day. I mean, the number of people that were showing up and buying massive boxes and bags of books and doing multiple trips was just far exceeded what is normal, so they kind of got cleaned out the first day. I mean, the first day alone was better than any other year we've ever had, so finding anything day 2 and 3 was just above and beyond. So day 2, we actually did find some more manga. Crazy, we're up to almost 60 at this point. We found a few comics, we found a couple of other really interesting things, a handful of new books, a lot of great stuff for day 2. So again, we're moving on now to day 3. It's finally time for day 3 of the book sale and half price day. So let's see what we can find. Today was half price day, and normally in years past we kind of got the majority of our books that last day, that third day. But like I said earlier, the first day they were really picked clean. People went nuts. I mean, we did it ourselves. We got more, like I said, than any other year prior, and then got even more the second day. So it was a little bit of slim pickings the third day, but like I said, anything after that first day is just above and beyond, and we did find some good stuff. We found another one of the Dead Time stories, which was something that was going up against Goosebumps in the 90s, and I actually thought they were better than Goosebumps, but they never really caught on. We found a couple of hardback versions of books that we already have in paperback, but it was nice to get them in good condition for $1. A couple of additional books we didn't have, a few more of those old DAW sci-fi fantasy books from the 70s and 80s. And they actually had a bunch of those old VHS tapes for $0.25, and most of them just general stuff. I'm very selective. I don't really collect VHS per se, but if it's anything that's very nostalgic for me, I'll pick it up. And I did find the Trunks saga and the Garlic Jr. saga from DBZ, and I remember having those old VHS, really liked them. Some really cool stuff, and an art book that covers a lot of art from sci-fi novels starting in the early 40s all the way up to, I believe, the end of the 90s, I think, when I was looking at the back of it. So a really cool art book there, lots of great stuff. Day 3, again, the third day of just fabulous finds. We found well over 100 books, and we were trying to figure out, just out of curiosity, how much the majority of everything we got together would retail for versus what we paid, just out of curiosity while we were putting them away and adding them into the log for our collections, and we paid less than 10% of what everything's worth, which is pretty awesome, especially considering that manga. So pretty awesome finds. I mean, one of the best years, well, definitely the best year we've ever had, and we're looking forward to next year now, because now we normally don't buy that many books throughout the year. It's mostly just this big sale, because it's, books can be expensive, and there aren't really very many good bookstores around us anymore. We're down to pretty much just Barnes & Noble and one or two little used bookstores that don't have a whole lot in stock, so it's very hard to find books throughout the year. Usually maybe 10 to 15 is at most outside of this book sale, so come back next year and see what we can find. Like I said, best year we've ever had. And this video, I decided I wanted to be just sort of a quick look at what we found, a quick look at sort of the 3-day adventure of going to this book sale. I wasn't able to get footage actually inside the book sale because it's not really the kind of place where you'd be allowed to be filming unless you had a little spy cam thing, so I wasn't able to do that. But I hope you guys enjoyed this one, and I hope it's something that appeals to book people and non-book people alike. If you really are a book person, really love to read, you really love collecting, and you're interested in a lot of these interesting old sci-fi and fantasy finds, I decided I'm going to do a part 2 and upload it right after this one is up, where I'll actually go through and show you individually what we got. It'll be a little bit of a longer video, obviously, and could be pretty interesting if you're into this kind of thing. If you're not into books, thank you for watching part 1 at least, and if you are really into books, I'll see you in part 2.